I think I need more lip gloss. This is Shanti from Shanti TV. Hello, hello. Welcome everyone back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Shanti and I put out videos every week, at least I try to. I will say that for the next 2 weekends, most likely it's going to be very, very difficult for me. As some of you know, I am in IT and I implement big, large systems, and we are actually hopefully going to go live on that system very soon. So because of that, it may be very difficult for me to put out a video. I will try, but please don't come after me if I can't. Life is life and you gotta get through those things. But anyway, for those of you who are returning back to my channel, thank you. If you are not subscribed to my channel, you should consider it. It doesn't cost you a thing and it helps us YouTubers out. So thank you very much for those of you who are already subscribed. This week, I wanted to talk about an unboxing that I did in 2022, November 2022. I did an unboxing. I'll put the link somewhere up above and below in the description box if you want to go watch that, of a bag that I wanted in my collection for so long. And I finally was able to add it to my collection. So I bought it in November of 2022 and never ever did a review or anything, talked about it very much. I just kind of hid it in the closet. I did wear it, but I thought this would be a good time for me to come out with my review for those of you who may be considering a Chanel vintage bag. This would be a good time for me to just talk about my bag buying process, why I bought it, how I bought it, what do I think of it, things like that. So if you are interested in watching my bag story and my review of my vintage Chanel Jumbo single flap, then keep watching. So here is the beautiful bag that we're going to talk about today. You might wonder, and I already answered this, when did I decide to buy this bag? I bought this bag in November of 2022. Some of you may be wondering, why did I decide to buy an older Chanel bag? And number two, how did I buy it? So the first reason that I decided to go vintage was because of the price. The price of a brand new Chanel Jumbo double flap bag, I believe, is $11,000. So price was a big factor in my choice of which way I would go. The next thing that goes along with price is the availability. Trying to find one of these bags in the boutiques, it's not impossible, but there is kind of this elusive, oh, you need to have, you know, your essay and maybe they will have it, maybe they won't. You might need to be waitlisted for it, whatever the case. I honestly, with Chanel, have never really felt that comfortable with going into the boutiques and like looking at the bags. I didn't ever feel as comfortable as I did in Louis Vuitton, and I just didn't honestly want to deal with it. No big deal. I mean, nowadays I can walk into a Chanel store and feel just fine. I just didn't want to go through all that. The other reason why I went vintage versus buying a new bag is because I was very specific in what I wanted to buy, which was a single flap jumbo bag. This is a classic bag for Chanel. However, the double flap is the bag that is, you know, most sought after, highly sought after. The single flaps, they didn't make as much of as they made on the double flap. So I really wanted a single flap. They don't even make these anymore. They stopped production on these, so they don't even make them brand new. So even if I wanted a brand new one, I wasn't going to be able to find one. The last reason why I decided to go with vintage is because I was really, really seeking a bag that was made with 24 karat gold plating. So the hardware is made with 24 karat gold plating. It is not solid gold, people. Remember, it is 24 karat gold plating. And that's what I wanted when I was buying a vintage bag. So some of you may be wondering, how in the world did I find a vintage Chanel bag? Well, guys, those of you who are, bag lovers, you know that we love to scour the resale sites, me included. I love looking at what's out there, who's given up what. Some of these bags are like barely used. Some of them are used. Some of them are very horribly used. And you can find all kinds of things out there on resale sites. So I looked everywhere. I looked at Fashion File. I looked at Rebag. I've looked at TBC Consignment, which actually is local. I've looked at the Real Real. I've never bought off the Real Real, but I have looked there. And yeah, I looked everywhere to find this bag. And I also ended up looking on Facebook groups. That is also another place where you can find some good deals. So, but you work one-on-one personally with a seller. So I ended up deciding to go with a person that has been around a long time, has established themselves in the community. And so I ended up buying this particular bag through a Facebook group for that reason. So what were my first impressions of the bag? If you haven't watched my unboxing, you should go watch it. I'll put it up here again. I think for me, I was like, I opened it and I just was like, oh my God, it's a Chanel bag. Like, it's what I've been waiting for many, many years. And I didn't know what to think of it. So from the Louis Vuitton aspect, I'm very used to buying canvas bags, wearing them the moment I get them, no issues, like not putting them away. And I do that sometimes, but it's very, very rare. With this bag, I opened it and I was just like, it's this big leather thing. What am I going to wear it with? What am I going to do with it? That might sound funny to some of you, but it was, I don't know, maybe I was in shock. I don't really know, but I had it in my hand and my first impression was, okay, I've got a big black leather bag from Chanel. What am I going to do with this? So that's what I did. I ended up putting it away on the shelf probably for 6 to 8 months. I'm not even kidding, guys. I didn't even take it out. And I was just like, yeah, I didn't really touch it. So do any of you guys do that? Do you guys buy bags and then have them sit on a shelf and then you don't wear them? Like, it's kind of a strange thing. You really shouldn't be doing that. I do not encourage doing that, but yes, that is what I did with this bag. That was my first impression of this bag. Okay, so when buying a vintage bag, there's like, I kind of talked about where I bought the bag. The other thing that was shocking to me, or first impression of the bag, I'll add one more item to my first impression, which was when I took it out of the bag, there was a vintage smell. I was not prepared for that. And so that part was a little off-putting to me. I am more sensitive to smells. The vintage smell, when I talk about it, it almost smelled like a old and like perfume. Like, that's kind of what I smelled on the bag. So the first thing that I did, which right now my bag is stuffed with these things, is I went to Amazon and I bought these charcoal bags. So I still actually use this to stuff the bag, but I ended up like airing the bag out. I put it outside. I stuffed it with this. And so far, I would say a lot of that smell has gone away. There is still a vintage smell to the bag. So if you guys are sensitive to those kinds of things, you need to ask the question. I did not ask the question, so this is what I got. But I feel like it's better. It's gotten better. I've worn it. I think the more you wear it, the better, better it will get. But it's still there. It's still slightly there. It doesn't bother me now, but it did bother me when I first bought the bag. All right, I'm taking the stuffing out because it's kind of heavy. Yes, the jumbos are kind of heavy. That is why I ended up with a single flap. So I knew I wanted a jumbo in my collection, but I did not want to buy a double flap due to the heaviness. This particular bag weighs 1.12 ounces empty. So that's what this weighs. I believe the double flap is going to be heavier than this bag. So some of you may wonder, why didn't I get a medium bag? Why didn't I get a small bag? Why didn't I get a mini bag? Because of price and availability. So right now, most people are after medium, small, mini bags. People are getting rid of their jumbo bags. So the market has a lot more jumbo double flap bags. I would say the single flap is a little harder to find, but you can find it. And I wanted gold hardware. So I wanted caviar. So I got exactly what I wanted for the price point that I wanted from a seller that I trusted. So that is how I ended up buying this Chanel single flap jumbo bag. So let's do a mini review on this bag. This particular bag is made of caviar leather, very different than the lambskin. Here is my recent lambskin purchase. It is the only lambskin bag that I have. It is very, very different. It's very, very soft. It's very, very like luxurious and mushy, but appears to be more delicate. I don't know yet. I haven't worn it. I thought I was gonna wear it, but the day I was gonna wear it, it was raining, and so I ended up not wearing it. But this is lambskin. This is caviar. So I think, honestly, I mean, just even feeling it, it feels like it's definitely more durable. This is black with gold hardware. Like I said, it is gold plated, 24 karat. We'll try to get close-ups of the Chanel CC lock. Yes, so it's gold hardware. You have the gold in the front with that lock, and then you have the gold strap that is interwoven with the leather. So on this gold CC lock, I hope you can see that there is a stamp here, and those locks that are stamped there are the ones that are plated with the 24 karat gold. It is a turn lock. There's a turning mechanism here. It turns, you open. That is what the lock mechanism looks like. This is the beautiful gold chain hardware. You have the 4 holes here, which is where the chain goes through. You can wear this bag crossbody. I am not tall enough to do that, nor do I like it on me crossbody because it's way too big, way too wide. I don't really like the way it looks. If it sat a little shorter, maybe, but even though it's still, honestly, for me, it's a little bit too big to carry crossbody. I do like this bag as a shoulder bag, so that's basically how I wear it. On the inside, you're gonna see the beautiful Chanel Paris imprinted on the back of the gold CC logo. On the inside, I have one zipper. It is not red inside like the double flap jumbos. It is black inside. You have Chanel written on one side, and then you have the CC on the other side. This is a very long zipper that goes down and holds quite a bit. It has a flat pocket here, and then it has one big compartment there. The other classic element of this bag is that it has this beautiful Mona Lisa pocket in the back, which I love for convenience. I can fit my phone down in there, very easy. I don't even have to open the bag to get in and out of it because I can pay using my iPhone. Come on, guys. I mean, this is getting easier and easier. On the inside, you can see it says Chanel, made in Italy. For those of you who are wondering, the date code is sitting on the inside of the bag, and if I am looking at the bag, it is on the left side of the bag, so it's down in here. There is a sticker there. That sticker in this bag came with the authenticity card, which looks like this. There is a number on the back. That serial number matches the serial number sticker that's down on the inside of this bag. So that was one of the other things that I wanted to get with the bag. The other thing that I got with the bag was a box and this dust bag. This bag, based on the serial number, the first 2 digits indicate what year it was manufactured in. The first 2 digits of my serial number are 12, which indicate it was made between 2008 and 2009. All right, corners and wear. Let's just quickly talk about that. On the double flaps, I feel like the ones that I've seen, most of them are a lot better than the single flaps. It feels like, or it seems like, when you have the double flap, it holds its structure a lot better. And so, yeah, I would say on the single flaps, the sides wear a little bit more. It has more of a slouchy look on the side right now. This does not bother me, but if you're looking for like a perfect double flap or perfect side, I would look at the double flaps. But then you got to consider the weight. So yeah, so there's some slouch here due to that reason. I don't mind it. The bottom looks really, really good. The corners look really good. I don't have any popped stitching. In terms of the puffiness, it's pretty good. This is what it looks like on the back. On the sides, I would say you'd see more wear, and this is what it looks like from the front. It's just classic, classic elegance. All right, so how do I wear this bag? Well, when I finally figured out that I was gonna wear the bag after 6 to 8 months, and I finally pulled it out, for me, this bag, I can wear it anywhere. I can wear it to dinner, I can wear it out to the grocery store. It doesn't really matter. However, for me, I like styling this more as a cool, chic, casual vibe versus wearing this in the evening. That is one of the reasons why I decided to purchase a smaller Chanel bag, is because I wanted to have something that was just smaller and cuter for wearing at night. This bag, I feel honestly like I could travel with it. It might get a little heavy depending on what you have in it, but it's big enough to like carry quite a few things. As long as I can put it on my wheeled cart, I'm good. Yeah, so for me, I wear this more as a like day bag. You could wear it as an everyday bag, to be honest with you. And again, it's like kind of a cool, chic vibe. The other thing that I really wanted to point out is that it is a flap bag. If you hate flap bags, this is not for you. You do have to turn this mechanism to get into the bag, to get in and out of the bag. And so that's just part of owning a flap bag. You know, again, because I have this pocket on the back and I can stick my phone in there, I'm rarely even taking out my wallet these days. I'm just using my phone all the time. So having this pocket on the back is a big deal. I will show you again, my iPhone 13 Pro goes in there without any issues. It's not like stretching, pulling, anything. It's not like too much. It's perfect, perfect. Okay, so that is my quick review of the Chanel single flap. I think vintage is a good way to go if you don't want to spend that crazy amount of money. Chanel, I heard, is going to have another pricing increase, which is absolutely insane. Like they're really pushing it, okay? They are really pushing it when it comes to pricing on their bags, but hey, I guess they can do it. People are still buying these bags. This Chanel Classic Flap is a highly sought after bag. It has remained a classic. It probably will remain a classic for a long, long time, even after I'm gone from the earth. So for me, I wanted to have at least one in my collection. Now I have 3 in my collection, which is really nice. I would like to add probably a smaller double flap in a neutral color, but we'll see. I'm not like, it's not anything that I'm dying for right away, but that would be nice to have that. Hopefully I've explained all the reasons why I decided to go, why I decided to get a vintage bag and why I decided that that was the best thing for me. I hope that helps some of you who may be looking into vintage bags. I think it's a good way to go. So that was the story of how I bought my Chanel Jumbo Single Flap Classic bag. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I thank you very much for joining me today, and I will talk to you next week. Ciao!